Have you ever felt like you're the reason your life isn't changing, but you don't know why? You set goals and break them. You dream big, then hide from action. You start healing, but fall into old patterns again. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we sabotage the very things we say we want? What if I told you that self-sabotage is not the enemy, but the map to your healing? That the pain you're avoiding is actually the path to your power? In this audiobook summary of The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest, we're going to uncover the hidden patterns, emotional wounds, and survival habits that are quietly running your life. And more importantly, how to transform them. Because the truth is, you are not broken. You are a mountain waiting to be climbed. And at the top is the strongest, clearest, most unstoppable version of you. But before you get lost in this video, kindly tap the like button. It's free for you, but it helps this video reach someone out there who might really need it today. Let's spread something good together. And if possible, also consider subscribing to the channel. It truly supports me in bringing more content like this to you. Thank you so much. Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Mountain Is You. What if the biggest challenge in your life is you? It's not your job, not your family, not your past, money, or luck. The truth Brianna Wiest shares in this chapter is bold and honest. You are the mountain that stands in your own way. This doesn't mean you're a failure. It means there are unhealed parts inside you, fears, beliefs, emotional pain, that are quietly stopping you from growing. Why the mountain exists. The mountain is a symbol of your inner struggles. It includes things like negative self-talk, fear of success or failure, childhood trauma, guilt, shame, regret, the need to please others, the habit of giving up. These struggles are invisible, but very powerful. They shape your thoughts, emotions, and actions, even when you don't realize it. You might think, I just need more motivation. I'm lazy. Maybe I'm not meant for success. But that's not the truth. Brianna explains, self-sabotage is not a character flaw, it's a coping mechanism. You are not lazy. You're protecting yourself from something that once felt dangerous, like failure, judgment, or change. Old patterns in a new life. Our brains are built to keep us safe. So when you've gone through pain or rejection in the past, your mind creates patterns to protect you from it happening again. Example. You were judged for expressing your opinion? Now you stay quiet. You failed once at love or work. Now you avoid trying again. These were survival strategies. But now, in your current life, they're holding you back. You've outgrown the problem, but you're still living by its rules. This is what makes the mountain seem so big. What climbing the mountain means. Climbing your inner mountain means facing the truth about what's really stopping you. It's not about blaming yourself. It's about taking back your power. It means saying, I am not my past. I can learn new ways to think. I am capable of change. You don't climb by fighting the mountain. You climb by understanding it. You climb by working through your fear, not ignoring it. The choice you must make. At some point, you will feel stuck in life. You'll feel tired, empty, or lost. That's the moment Brianna calls your turning point. You will have two choices. Keep avoiding the mountain. Keep repeating the cycle. Face it. Start healing. Start changing. Facing the mountain is hard. It's emotional. It's uncomfortable. But it's the only way to reach your full potential. It's the only way to stop surviving and start living. You are the climber and the mountain. This chapter ends with a deep realization. You are both the problem and the solution. You are the one creating the resistance, and you are the one who has the strength to overcome it. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become who you were always meant to be, without fear, shame, or self-doubt. That is what this journey is about. The mountain is you, and the climb is your transformation. Key takeaways from Chapter 1. The biggest blocks in life are internal, not external. Self-sabotage is protection, not weakness. Change starts when you stop avoiding yourself. Your past created patterns, but you can create new ones. Climbing the mountain is hard, but worth it. Chapter 2. There is no such thing as self-sabotage. We often say, I'm my own worst enemy. I keep ruining everything. I sabotage myself. But Brianna Wiest says something powerful in this chapter. There is no such thing as true self-sabotage. Surprised? Let's understand why. Self-sabotage is actually self-protection. What looks like self-sabotage is often your brain trying to protect you. Let's say you procrastinate on important work. You cancel a date even when you're lonely. You walk away from a big opportunity. Why would you do that? Because deep down, you might be thinking, what if I fail? What if they reject me? What if success brings pressure I can't handle? So your brain says, let's stay safe. You don't move forward, not because you're weak, but because your mind is trying to shield you from pain. Your mind is always trying to help. Even when your actions seem destructive, they are usually based on hidden beliefs that were formed long ago. Maybe you grew up being told you're not good enough, feeling abandoned, being punished for being too loud, too emotional, or too ambitious. So now you've developed rules for survival. Rules like, don't try too hard. Don't show your real feelings. Don't stand out. These rules used to help you survive, but now they're stopping you from living fully. The survival loop. Self-sabotage is part of a loop. You want something, love, success, peace. Your mind sees it as a threat because of past pain. You avoid or destroy it to stay safe. You feel guilty or ashamed. You repeat the pattern. This cycle goes on until you see it clearly. Brianna says, you are not lazy. You are scared. And once you realize that, you stop judging yourself and start healing. How to identify self-sabotage? Ask yourself, where in my life do I keep falling into the same patterns? What fear is underneath my behavior? What do I believe will happen if I succeed? Then go deeper. Are you afraid of being seen? Are you afraid people will leave if you change? Are you afraid success means pressure? These are not flaws. They are emotional injuries, and every injury can be healed. Replace judgment with curiosity. Instead of saying, I always mess things up, ask, what part of me is scared right now? What does that part need to feel safe? Maybe it needs encouragement, support, time, reassurance that you'll be okay even if things go wrong. This simple shift from judgment to curiosity can break the cycle of sabotage. Rewiring your mind. Once you understand your patterns, you can begin to change the code. Start telling yourself new things. It's safe to try. I can handle failure. Success doesn't mean losing myself. Love doesn't have to hurt. You must train your nervous system to believe that it's safe to have the life you want. Chapter 2. Key takeaways. Self-sabotage is not stupidity or weakness. It's old programming. What looks like destruction is often a way of staying emotionally safe. Your brain is always trying to protect you, even when it hurts you. When you understand the root fear, you can break the pattern. Healing comes when you replace shame with self-compassion. Chapter 3. Your triggers are the guides to your freedom. Have you ever been suddenly angry, overwhelmed, or hurt by something small? Maybe someone ignored your message, or gave you honest feedback, or reminded you of your past, and you overreacted, even though it didn't make logical sense. That's a trigger. And in this chapter, Brianna Wiest says something life-changing. Your triggers are not signs of weakness. They are guides to your healing. Let's explore why. What are emotional triggers? A trigger is not just a bad mood. It's a deep emotional reaction caused by unhealed pain from your past. Examples. You feel abandoned when someone cancels plans. You feel worthless when someone criticizes you. You feel unsafe when someone raises their voice. The reaction feels big, even though the situation seems small. That's because the real wound is older, deeper, and unresolved. Triggers come from the past, not the present. When you're triggered, your brain isn't reacting to what's happening now. It's reacting to what happened then. Maybe you were rejected in childhood. You were told you were too sensitive. You were made to feel small, invisible, or unsafe. Those moments created emotional scars, and your brain now tries to protect you from feeling that pain again. So, when something similar happens, you react, not just to the moment, but to all the old pain inside you. Triggers are clues. Instead of avoiding your triggers, Brianna says, follow them, listen to them, learn from them. Ask yourself, what exactly did I feel just now? When did I first feel this way in life? What belief is this moment touching? Your triggers reveal what still hurts, what still scares you, what you haven't fully healed yet. They are emotional GPS signals. They are showing you the places where your inner mountain still needs climbing. The power of self-awareness. Most people try to numb or avoid their triggers through blaming others, escaping into work, food, or social media, shutting down emotionally. But avoiding pain doesn't heal it. What does heal it? Self-awareness, inner dialogue. Choosing to respond instead of react. When you're triggered, pause. Instead of reacting instantly, breathe and ask, what does this feeling want me to understand? That moment of reflection is the beginning of freedom. Turning pain into power. Each time you face a trigger and explore it, you take back your power. You tell your nervous system, it's okay. We're safe now. We can feel this. Slowly, your reactions become softer. You don't explode or run. You begin to feel calm, even in hard moments. That's growth. That's emotional strength. That's you becoming the climber, not the victim of the mountain. Triggers as teachers. Brianna says, everything that triggers you is trying to teach you something. Examples. If you're triggered by rejection, you may need to work on self-worth. If you're triggered by being ignored, maybe you need to feel seen and valued. If you get angry easily, maybe you have unexpressed grief or feel unheard. These are not flaws. They are messages from your inner self. Every trigger is a sign. There is something here that wants to be healed. Chapter 3. Key takeaways. Triggers are deep emotional reactions to past pain. They show you what needs healing, not what needs avoiding. Avoiding triggers delays your growth. Facing them gives you freedom. With self-awareness, you can change your reaction and build strength. Your triggers are not your enemies. They are your emotional teachers. Chapter 4. Building emotional intelligence. What's the secret to lasting success, inner peace, and healthy relationships? It's not just IQ, intelligence. It's EQ, emotional intelligence. In this chapter, Brianna Wiest explains that emotional intelligence is the foundation of self-growth. And the best part? It's not something you're just born with. You can build it. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence means knowing what you feel and why, understanding other people's emotions, responding, not reacting to situations, managing stress in healthy ways, building strong, respectful connections. It's about being emotionally aware and mature, even in difficult moments. Why is it important? Most of our problems, whether in relationships, careers, or personal growth, come from emotional reactions, not logical thinking. Think about it. You said something you didn't mean because you were angry. You avoided a risk because of fear. You broke trust because you couldn't control a feeling. So, if you want to climb your inner mountain, you need to understand and manage your emotions, not be ruled by them. Step 1. Self-awareness. Know your emotions. The first step in emotional intelligence is knowing what you feel and why. Ask yourself, what exactly am I feeling right now? Where in my body do I feel it? What triggered this emotion? Don't run from your feelings. Name them. Because what you can name, you can change. Step 2. Pause before you react. Have you ever said something in anger and regretted it? That's a lack of emotional regulation. Brianna teaches us that emotionally intelligent people create space between stimulus and response. Before reacting, pause and ask, what am I actually feeling? What outcome do I want? Is this reaction helpful or harmful? A few seconds of conscious thinking can save you hours of pain. Step 3. Express, don't explode. Bottled up emotions turn into explosions. But when you express your feelings calmly and clearly, you build trust with yourself and others. Use I statements. I feel hurt when I'm ignored. I feel anxious when plans change suddenly. I need some time to process this. This creates honest and safe communication without blame or drama. Step 4. Empathy. Understand others too. Emotional intelligence isn't just about your emotions. It's also about understanding how others feel. Empathy means listening without interrupting, trying to feel what someone else is feeling, responding with compassion, not judgment. It doesn't mean agreeing. It means respecting someone else's emotional reality. This creates connection, and connection creates healing. Step 5. Practice daily. Emotional intelligence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Practice daily by journaling about your feelings, meditating to stay calm, having honest conversations, apologizing when you react poorly, celebrating when you respond with maturity. Every small effort helps you grow. Emotional intelligence. Emotional strength. Brianna reminds us that emotional intelligence is not weakness, it's power. It helps you set healthy boundaries, make wise decisions, stay grounded in conflict, heal from old patterns, lead yourself and others with confidence. This is how you stop being controlled by fear, anger, or shame. This is how you start mastering your mind and emotions. Chapter 4. Key takeaways. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage emotions. It can be learned and practiced every day. Self-awareness is the first step. Pausing before reacting leads to better choices. Expressing emotions calmly builds trust. Empathy connects you with others. Emotional strength is the key to transformation. Chapter 5. Releasing the past. Why is it so hard to move forward in life? You set goals, you make plans, you want to grow. But something invisible keeps pulling you back, like emotional quicksand. That something is often your past. In this chapter, Brianna Wiest gently reminds us, you cannot build a new life with the bricks of a broken past. Let's explore how to let go, heal, and finally become free. You are carrying more than you realize. We all carry emotional baggage. It may come from childhood trauma, broken relationships, old mistakes, missed opportunities, words that hurt us deeply. You may not even remember the exact moment, but the pain lives in your body, your habits, your reactions. It whispers, you're not good enough. It's too late to change. People will always hurt you. These silent beliefs shape your choices, even when you don't notice them. Your mind protects you through patterns. When something painful happens, your brain creates protection patterns. Example, you were rejected? Now you avoid love. You failed? Now you don't try. You were shamed? Now you hide your voice. These patterns were helpful once. They kept you safe. But now, they are keeping you stuck. Brianna says, you are still living in a moment that no longer exists. And that moment is writing your story, unless you choose to let it go. Forgiveness, the first step to release. Letting go of the past is not about forgetting. It's about forgiving. For your peace, not for their apology. You forgive because you want freedom, not revenge. You want healing, not hate. You want to close the chapter, not carry the pain forever. You don't forgive to say what happened was okay. You forgive to say, it no longer has power over me. Let go of your old identity. We often stay stuck because we're attached to who we used to be. Your old identity might sound like, I'm the one who always gets hurt. I've always been anxious. I don't deserve more. But these are just stories. They are not facts. And you can rewrite them. To let go of the past, you must stop identifying with your pain. Instead, ask, who am I becoming now? What kind of person do I want to be? What do I need to believe to get there? The past is a mirror, not a prison. Your past can be your teacher, not your jailer. It can show you what needs healing, what you've overcome, what matters most to you. But it cannot define your future unless you let it. The goal isn't to erase the past, it's to use it as fuel for growth. Say to yourself, that happened to me, but it doesn't control me. I choose what happens next. Practical ways to release the past. Brianna shares that emotional release is not just a mental exercise, it's a practice. You can try journaling. Write out your feelings without censoring yourself. Talking to a therapist or trusted friend. Speak it aloud to release the emotion. Creating a symbolic ritual. Burn an old letter. Release a balloon. Bury a note. Writing a goodbye letter. To a version of yourself, a memory, or a person. Your brain holds on to the past because it feels unfinished. Finishing it, through expression, sets you free. Release is a daily choice. Letting go doesn't happen all at once. It happens moment by moment. Every day you get to say, I choose peace over pain. I choose growth over guilt. I choose the future over the past. That's how you reclaim your power. That's how the mountain of regret and memory begins to shrink. Chapter 5. Key takeaways. We all carry emotional wounds from the past. These wounds create patterns that hold us back. Forgiveness and release are for your healing, not for others. You can let go of your old identity and choose a new one. Releasing the past is not forgetting. It's choosing freedom. Your past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Chapter 6. Building a new future. So far, we've learned how to recognize the mountain within us, understand self-sabotage, use emotional triggers as teachers, build emotional intelligence, and let go of the past. Now comes the most exciting and scariest part, building a new future. Brianna Wiest reminds us, you do not become a new person by wishing. You become a new person by making new choices. The foundation of your future, identity. You must first ask, who do I want to become? What kind of life do I want to live? How do I want to feel every day? Because your future depends on your identity. If you still believe, I'm broken, I always mess things up, people like me don't succeed, then no matter how many goals you set, your actions will pull you back to your old self. The first step to building a new future is to create a new self-image. Say, I am capable. I am evolving. I can choose differently now. The future begins in the present. Many people think the future is out there, far away. But the truth is, the future is built by what you do today, right now. It's not about huge dramatic change overnight. It's about small, daily actions that align with the person you want to be. Examples. Want to be healthy? Start with 1 glass of water, 1 short walk. Want to write a book? Write 1 sentence a day. Want better relationships? Start by communicating honestly. These small actions are like bricks. Each one builds the path to your future. Design your life intentionally. Brianna explains that most people live reactively, not intentionally. They wait for the right mood, the perfect time, the approval of others. But the new you doesn't wait. The new you creates, designs, decides. You must ask, what does my ideal day look like? What habits support my future self? What boundaries protect my peace? Then start living like the future version of yourself before you feel ready. That's how real change happens. Expect resistance and keep going. Building a new future sounds beautiful, but it won't be easy. Why? Because your old self will resist. You'll feel tired, scared, tempted to go back, unsure if it's working. That's normal. Your brain is adjusting to a new reality. Your nervous system is learning that it's safe to grow. So instead of asking, "Is this easy?" ask, "Is this worth it?" Keep going. Keep building. Keep choosing. Rewire your mind with repetition. The more you act like your future self, the more your brain rewires itself. This is called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to change with practice. Each time you wake up earlier, choose kindness over reaction, say no to what drains you, stick to a small habit, you are telling your brain, "This is who I am now." And eventually, it becomes natural. Let your vision lead you. When things get tough, come back to your vision. Close your eyes and imagine your ideal morning, the peace you want to feel, the work that fulfills you, the relationships that support you. Let that vision be your guide. Let it remind you why you started. Your future is already waiting. You just have to keep walking toward it. Chapter 6. Key Takeaways. Your future starts with a new identity. Believe in your becoming. Small, consistent actions build long-term change. Don't wait to feel ready. Begin anyway. Design your life with intention, not just reaction. Resistance is part of the process. Keep choosing forward. Repetition builds new habits and rewires your brain. Your vision is your fuel. Hold it close. But before we move to the next chapter, if you're finding value in this video, please consider giving it a like. It's completely free for you, but it truly means a lot to me and helps this content reach more people who might need it too. Chapter 7. From Self-Sabotage to Self-Mastery. You've made it this far. You've faced the truth about self-sabotage. You've explored your triggers. You've learned to let go of the past and build a new future. Now comes the final step in the journey. Self-mastery. In this chapter, Brianna Wiest explains that self-mastery is not about perfection. It's about deep understanding, emotional control, and personal power. It's when the mountain that once blocked you becomes the mountain you now stand on. What is self-mastery? Self-mastery means you are aware of your patterns and emotions. You are able to choose your responses instead of reacting. You are in control of your thoughts and behaviors, not ruled by them. You create a life that's aligned with your values, not your fears. It doesn't mean life becomes easy. It means you become stronger than your challenges. From sabotage to strategy. In the past, your behaviors were based on fear, avoidance, shame, pain, old survival mechanisms. That's self-sabotage. But now, your behaviors come from clarity, wisdom, boundaries, vision, self-respect. That's self-mastery. You're no longer trying to escape your emotions. You use them as data to guide your growth. Consistency over intensity. Brianna shares a big truth. Change doesn't come from doing big things once. It comes from doing small things consistently. Self-mastery is built through daily discipline, honest reflection, self-responsibility, respect for your own needs and limits. You don't need to have the perfect plan. You just need to show up for yourself, again and again. Respond, don't react. When something triggers you now, you no longer explode in anger, shut down emotionally, blame others. Instead, you pause, you reflect, you respond with wisdom, not reaction. That's emotional maturity. That's how you protect your peace. This doesn't happen overnight, but with each choice, you strengthen the new version of you. Set boundaries with love. Self-mastery also means setting clear, respectful boundaries. This means you say no without guilt. Speak up when something hurts you. Stop explaining your worth to others. Create space between yourself and toxic patterns, even if they come from family, friends, or your past self. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors you control, deciding who and what gets access to your energy. Fall and rise. again and again. Even on your best days, you might feel old triggers, slip into bad habits, doubt yourself. But now you don't stay stuck. You say, I know what this is. I've been here before. I know how to get back up. Self-mastery isn't about never falling. It's about how quickly you rise. Living with purpose. Self-mastery gives you something deeper than happiness. A sense of inner power, clarity, and purpose. You begin to choose what truly matters. Let go of what no longer serves you. Take ownership of your healing. Trust yourself in all situations. You are no longer reacting to life. You are creating it. That's the shift. That's the summit of the mountain. Chapter 7. Key takeaways. Self-mastery is not perfection. It's self-awareness and control. You replace reaction with response. You act from clarity, not fear. Boundaries protect your growth. Consistency creates real change. Even when you fall, you rise with wisdom. You are now leading your life with purpose and power. Conclusion: the mountain was always you. You've reached the end of this journey, but really, this is just the beginning. Throughout this audiobook, we explored the hidden roots of self-sabotage, how our past, pain, and protection mechanisms shape our patterns, the power of emotional intelligence, how to release what no longer serves us, and how to build a future from purpose, not fear. But the most powerful message of all? You are not your wounds, you are your healing. The mountain you thought was in the way, the fear, the doubt, the old story, was never there to stop you. It was there to teach you, shape you, and elevate you. You are the mountain. You've learned to stop asking, why am I like this? Why can't I change? Why do I always ruin good things? Now you ask, what is this feeling teaching me? What does my future self need from me today? How can I show up with truth, even when it's hard? This is the shift from self-sabotage to self-mastery. The power is already within you. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need permission. You just need to believe that you are capable of change. Step by step. Brick by brick. Day by day. You are no longer just surviving. You are transforming. Your journey continues. Let this be a reminder. The path forward is already inside you. Every trigger is a teacher. Every small step is progress. And you are already enough to begin. When the road gets hard, remember who you're becoming. When fear speaks loudly, answer with clarity and courage. You are no longer afraid of the mountain, because you finally understand. You are the mountain. You are the journey. You are the transformation. Thank you for listening to The Mountain Is You audiobook summary. May it help you rise above your fears, rewrite your story, and live a life that truly belongs to you.